Okay. Okay, now let's look at PLFS, Periodic Labor Force Survey. So whenever you study PLFS, there are certain concepts that you need to know. Like for example, how does it actually collect data, right? It actually uses questionnaire and basically it collects data using different reference periods. There are two sets of reference period that PLFS actually uses. It actually uses the first reference period is actually the current weekly status, and then you have the usual status. This is it happens sometimes back because PLFS actually, the publications actually comes every month. Okay, every month also compilation is there, but the data collection takes place in these two manner. Okay, these two references are used. Current weekly means they actually ask these people whether they have been employed for a larger period of time during the previous 7 days. Okay, previous 7 days have you got work. That is current weekly. Okay, this is just a reference. Okay, these are reference units used to collect data. Okay, so these are reference units used to collect data. And usual status, they will ask whether they have been employed for the previous year. Okay, previous year they will ask. Right, so please understand these two criteria are there. Okay, now what happens is that the collection of data. So until about 2025 July, for rural areas, the data was only available for usual status. Okay, usual status, and that was also published only annually, right? Annually. But after 2025, this July, the data from rural and urban areas are both you can get under current weekly status also as well as usual status also, and both of them get published quarterly. Okay, so whenever you are studying PLFS, you need to know who conducts it, how often the publications actually comes. Like for example, every month it actually gives you data regarding unemployment rate, worker participation rate, labor force participation rate, worker population rate, all those things. Unemployment, everything is published. Then quarterly, until 2025 July, it used to give quarterly data only on urban areas using the current weekly status. But after 2025 July, it is now giving quarterly data for both urban and rural areas using the current weekly status. Annually, it gives data for both urban and rural areas using the usual status. Okay, usual status. So this is the basics of PLFS, right? So here you can see that it was launched based on the recommendation of committee headed by Amitabh Kundu. This is correct. It provides quarterly employment and unemployment data for rural areas, right? Okay, here you have to note one thing. The question is actually with regard to 2017, right? 2017, right? So it's actually only after 2025 rural areas. In fact, even the rural areas, the data has not yet been published after that. Okay, only the next quarter actually will publish rural areas. So the 2017-2018 PLFS survey actually excluded this, right? It actually did not provide the employment details for rural areas, right? And before PLFS, employment was collected through quinquennial household socio-economic surveys, which are actually every 5 years. Okay, quinquennial actually means 5 years, every 5 years. So before PLFS, it was actually a 5-year kind of collection of employment, right? So if 2 is wrong, immediately you can actually eliminate and reach 1 and 3, right? So please keep this kind of information in your mind.